All right, welcome today to another episode of Ear to the Street, where we highlight some of the biggest names. What's wrong?
I'm just saying it just felt like it's been a minute.
Hadn't it been? Well, you know why it's been a minute, though?
Because we started some new things.
We started some new things, and we're not just going to do just anybody anymore.
No, it's got to be top tier.
It got to be top tier. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come through here, you got to come with some bars. You got to be putting up some numbers. Like, you got to do something. And this next guest right here is doing just that.
And above.
And above.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All the way, our cousin from down the street.
From Phil Boy.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's all that in a bag of chips.
You know what I'm talking about? Let's give it up for
It's
Lebra
your
Jolie.
girl, Lebra Jolie.
How you feeling, fam?
I'm feeling better since I seen y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We just ate too, man.
I ain't gonna lie, fed good.
Yeah.
Good eats.
That was your recommendation. No, I can't take credit for that.
Hey,
that was you.
Good eats.
That was you. Hey, so look, a lot of people that don't know you, maybe they've been hiding under a rock. I don't know what the hell they've been doing. Maybe they ain't been on YouTube. They ain't been on the gram. I don't know what they've been doing. But give us a little rundown. I know you started out doing poetry when you were like 5. And then that poetry got a little gangster.
It did. It was gangster poetry.
Yeah. It got real gangster. You know what I'm saying? So walk us down that path though, just so we know.
I was a ghetto poet.
A ghetto poet.
But yeah, so I just I feel like, you know, music, we get to express like how we feel, and that's why we really love music so much, is because it brings us back to a time when we felt like something.
Right.
You know, so I felt like fighting and beefing at one point, and then I felt like I wanted to step it up and become a great artist. That's where I'm at right now.
Right.
So basically you had to go from Raphael De La Ghetto.
Yeah, I went from WWE to WWE Reloaded.
Right.
To the left of them.
to VMAs. That's what happened.
And you got a brother too, right?
I do. I have two.
And I heard that one of your brothers, somebody had like a major influence on your music. Is that true, or? Yes and no. We're not gonna give him all that credit like that.
No, that's too much credit. Okay, let's back it up. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So my big brother, he learned how to record and stuff from Soulja Boy, I guess.
Okay.
Or something, and so
I guess.
I
didn't learn.
Soulja Boy was the first to do it. Fuck.
I learned to record from my partner Marty that sold crack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Soulja Boy, I guess.
Soulja Boy was the first to show everybody how to record themselves from LimeWire and Audacity. All right, bet. Yeah. Anyway, so I just seen him record it, and then I learned how to record myself, but using like my mama, was it headset or whatever from work? Yeah. So that was the part that he played in it.
That was the part he played. But Mama played the part in it too, because she the one told you to take it serious.
She did. So I love my family, basically.
Yeah. Strong support system.
It is.
Yeah.
Gotta have that.
Gotta have that.
Because most people don't even have their family like to believe in them so early, or like, you know, connect the dots like that.
Right. And talk to me about your villain era.
So with my villain era, whatever, I was kind of like, the meaning behind it was just like, forget like everything that happened in the past. You know, like forget who didn't help you, who failed you, who like it didn't work out with, like things that occurred that made you feel like, damn, I took an L, or I could have been where I was supposed to be if it wasn't for with this person.
Or whatever, yeah,
and it was just like, fuck all of that, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Let's move forward. Let's no more excuses. And like stop all that friendly shit. It's okay to still be you, but like cut straight to the point. If you don't like something, you don't like it. If you do, you do. You know, so it's just like villain in that way of, let's just start with the attachment of who failed you during your career. Fuck
let it go.
You know,
let's start over.
Cool?
What?
But you cuss more than I do, and it's hard to find people that cuss more.
I do. I cuss every time I talk.
Because I cuss a lot.
Me too, but I make you seem like a baby.
Absolutely.
Good.
You seem like a 5th grader.
Good.
Right. So let's talk about.
I feel like I ain't heard you curse yet for real shit.
He be trying. So the other day we was talking on the radio, and he said titty 8 times.
Okay, be more specific. You seen Omarion video from the Millennium Tour, right? He had his shirt off. Oh, you ain't seen it?
I've been working.
Yeah.
He basically had his tits out.
His tits. He said basically.
He got like 8 cups.
Yeah. And we don't know what's going on with Omarion right now, but the titties are titties. And I just got carried away with it a little bit.
He trying to compete with me. Fuck him. I hate niggas. I always try to take the girl shine. Like, just relax. Shit. I'm supposed to be the only one with my teeth out.
What's the biggest lesson that you think? I'm talking about lessons. She
I'm
talking
jealous.
about. She talking about
I'm jelly
titties.
bean up
I'm talking
here.
about lessons. She talking about titties.
Jelly bean.
What would you think was the biggest lesson though that you learned just kind of going through that whole process of like not really feeling like you was getting supported? Like I know the whole like, you know, I'm gonna do this regardless and all that. I'm not gonna keep it in the back of my head, but like a little deeper than that. Like what?
Well, because it wasn't a situation where I felt like I wasn't getting supported. It was just that at the height of like everything, soon as I got signed, somebody came and was like that they wanted to sue basically because I didn't sign with them and they wanted to take the song that got me signed.
Yeah.
So, next thing you know, they really had no merit to it, but then it's a long story short of how they took it away from the producer or whatever, and then it was just kind of where it was like the happiest moment of my life, which is getting signed, is like the worst moment because this person who I had to walk away from the situation because of paperwork issues, and you wouldn't think you would be harassed to where this the happiest moment of your life and they pop back up after I had already went through a 3-month period of like being depressed, not knowing like that was the first time I felt like I failed in life, or like the first time I felt like I wasn't gonna be where I thought I was. Nothing had ever broke me ever in life but that one time because I finally believed in somebody. You know, in the music business, everybody come up and they say they're gonna help you, they're gonna do this, that, and the third. But when you've been doing it for so long, you build like this, you know, barrier to where like I don't give a fuck whether you do it or not. Yeah, right. But this one time I believed in somebody and believed in a situation, and I had to ultimately walk away from it, which I knew I was gonna take that L and I didn't care about it. But with that L, it was the worst L that I felt like I took on myself.
Up until that,
because I was depressed for like 3 months, and I just kept thinking like, damn, how I'm gonna look at my daughter and tell her chase her dreams, and my shit failed. I felt like I didn't want to be here no more. It was real bad. Yeah. So with that being said, I ended up taking my money, paying a videographer. I paid him like for a package deal, and I just was like, man, I'm about to do this shit and see, like, you know, I got out of it. Gotta snap back, like, don't let nobody control your life. So within them 6 months, after the 3 months of depression, I had like 8 or 9 labels calling me. And from that is when I went with Interscope. So it was like I got out of that depression, you know, a little quickly, but it was the worst.
You still went through it though.
And then from that was the blessing, you know what I'm saying? And then, but then they came back. They did the U-turn and shot up the club again. It was like, damn, I thought I was gonna be alive, but then you just came back. So, and so I ended up having to, not having to, but I ended up like taking it down or whatever. And so from that, it was almost like when people get signed, they hit record, they just maximize they hit record and then put a remix. Mine was taken. So then I'm here, lost, don't have my producer no more because now he's out. I'm confused. What am I doing? Now I need a replacement record, but I'm already signed. And then they like, well, shit, we fuck with you because you talented. We ain't worried about the record. All right. Huh?
Get a new one from scratch.
Yeah, but it was just so, it was, you know, so that's what I mean by like, when I'm referring to that, I didn't want to go like, because that was one of the things I said I'm putting in the past. Yeah. But that was like the thing the straw that broke the camel back for me.
If you don't mind me asking, I know you said, you know, you went through like a 3-month depression.
Yeah.
What were some of the things that helped you get out of that just in case?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. That might be going through that themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said, like it was, I allowed myself to process it and I allowed myself to feel like as down as because it was a decision I made. So I just had to deal with it because I think when you believe in God, like you feel like, you know, at the end of the day, this is for the better. I don't know what it is, and I said no. You know, I could have said yeah, and feeling as bad as I felt, I could have said, you know what? I'm gonna do it because I'm just desperate, but I knew like I have to take this L, and I just felt like everything was gonna be okay, but I had to still deal with the feelings and emotions. I think the thing that made me climb out of it is the fact that I have real love for music. So it's like I'm down for now, but I can't be down for too long because at the end of the day, when we into music, we into this for life. You know what I'm saying? We forever like into music, and so I feel like that's what helped me. Number one, and number two, the fact that I was just like, I have a whole daughter and I just cannot see myself saying like, girl, you don't have to be a police officer. You could be a musician or you could do makeup and da-da-da. I can't see myself saying that if I fail. So I had to just keep going. Like I ain't finna let somebody control where I go in life. So that's the thing that helped me get out of it.
We appreciate that.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And that was what I was kind of leading into, kind of staying in that same space right there. I know that faith has been a major part of your journey. How has your relationship with God influenced that journey though? Like outside of kind of the obvious, you know what I mean?
I think it was the reason why I always navigated, even to the point where I'm at now.
Right.
I think that's what got me here is, I was saying the same prayer every night, etc. I'll see certain things in my dreams, certain people I see in my dreams, and I'll meet them like 2 months before I even meet them in real life. I'll meet them in my dreams. So I think that's what been navigating me to where it's like other people that started rapping when I rap, they not even rapping no more. That's what kind of kept me through going through this whole journey, because this shit not easy. I mean, not easy, yeah.
Right.
It's not easy. It's very hard. And when that happened, that's the thing that it just kind of felt like, dang.
Yeah.
I felt like I was exposed. I didn't, and it made me stop praying the same. And it was just so tragic, and that's why it took me a long time to find myself again and have fun with it, because I always had faith and I always went on that. But that shit was enough to make me stop being faithful. Right. And then I had to return.
It made you feel almost like, why you take that from me? I was on my way. And
it was like, I've never seen nothing like it. When you got faith, every bad thing is for a good reason. Right. So you always like good. But that shit, it was like I couldn't even control how I felt. Right. It was nothing but the devil.
Nothing but the devil. And
but
know, you've been grinding for over a decade now. And I know for me, that's why today, even when we played the videos, I kind of wanted to go back, because what I wanted to show was the growth. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to show.
I mean, I'm saying, I wasn't going there. Everything has an origin story. And I'm glad he did that, because it was some stuff that I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
Right. And then, he showed me some cool stuff, man. You really dope.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
But even if you look at the videos, the quality of the video, her way of being in front of the camera, like everything, the energy. And then there's another thing, the personality just really sticks out. And I think that's your biggest weapon in your music career is your personality. When you walk in the door, there's an aura about you, there's an energy about you, and don't change that.
Thank you.
For show.
Not to shit on nobody that we had up here.
But we're gonna shit on them anyway.
But start being messy.
I'm not gonna say their names, but man, we get some of the most driest.
Yeah, for real. No, but and here's the thing: you would think because they're coming to do radio that it's like they coming with their little punchlines ready and they ready to go, and they like, hey, I'm gonna get in front, and it's like,
and not just that, bro. Some of the records that they make.
Yes.
They make some of them, and then
and you like, well, bring him back out. Where he go?
Go back to the car and bring him up. Bring him up here.
We want to talk to your alter ego.
Right. So now let's talk about Turn Me Up.
Yeah.
That's the single. Go ahead and introduce it for the first time ever being premiered by you personally right here in Dallas-Fort Worth on the radio.
What's up? It's your girl Lebra Jolie, and right now is the first time we premiering live with me here and live on air. Turn Me Up, my new single, right here with the Toxik Boyz. I got Hollywood Zay and Papa Ron with me on 97.9 The Beat. Let's go.
It's a Toxik Boyz world premiere.
Another world premiere
on 97.9 The Beat.
Turn Me Up.
Now that you got a strong, foundation, and I see you speak really passionately about that, and I think you're really appreciative of that foundation that you have now.
Right.
What's next for Lebra Jolie? Obviously the world, Craig, but like step by step, give me something like the next 2-3 months. What we looking like?
Next 2-3 months, we're gonna still keep pushing and promoting this, my baby. Just Turn Me Up. We're gonna keep promoting this right now, and we're gonna stay consistent, stay in people's faces, stay with something new, stay with something fresh, stay with something current, and put me around, all the places I need to be seen and heard at. So that's what I have planned for me.
Right. And what about, are there any upcoming features or people that you've worked with? I mean, I'm sorry, people that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with?
I won't be just telling y'all my business.
Let
That's crazy. But I would say the people that I do want to work with is Beyonce and Drizzy Drake.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Okay,
those are the two people.
like
Yeah,
shoot for it. Now anything under that, we're gonna keep close to our chest, and we'll pop out with announcements if said be.
Square business.
Okay.
Square business. Look it up for Lebra Jolie, y'all.
You can take that.